Okay, it is Wednesday, December 15th at 11:21 a.m. on the East Coast of the United States. And see, I did a stream about 5 days ago, I think, right? On the 10th. And so here we are again. And so let's take a look at Million Token. I'm going to be looking at it on the Polygon network using the defined charts. At first glance, it kind of looks like it's kind of going sideways, right? But I just kind of fooled you. I just wanted to create an optical illusion. It's really kind of going down if you see it that way. And then if you zoom out some more, I think it's really going down. So that's just the way I see it. So this is Polygon. This is Pancake Swap and Uniswap. Uniswap looks kind of weird to me. I see these it looks like bot moves. It does not look organic to me at all. This is very, very odd. So if a lot of trading the volume is on bots, I just wouldn't count that. And this is defined. You can kind of also see it on DEX tools too if you zoom out. So this is on the 1 hour chart. And you keep seeing these weird pumps and dumps, right? So, to me, that's not a good sign, a person is not doing this. This is probably a bot. That's my personal opinion. So I'm going to close these out. And so on Polygon, I had a big buy day on Monday. We had this giant wick here, and I tweeted about this on Twitter and on Discord. This was a colossal candle or wick here. In about 7 minutes, it went down almost 19%. And I had put a whole lot of limit orders in. I think it was on Saturday, 28 limit orders, and I got 17 of them filled in those 7 minutes. I got 7 of them filled below $11, so I'm very happy about that. So these orders down here at the below here, at around $10.24. I think they were just small orders. My guess. Usually at the bottom of these wicks, they're just kind of small orders. But we really haven't come down to these levels since, at least on Polygon Network, unless there were some wicks on some other exchanges too. So I think it went down to $9 and change I saw on Discord. But, I really don't watch the wicks that much. Look at the bodies of the candle. But this downtrend, man, we're still in a downtrend. So this dotted line here I consider that I call it the heart line or something like that. Some people call it the heart line. So you can probably get some good, decent amount of orders between the heart line and the upper part. But when you start wicking down, they're probably just small orders. But you can put small limit orders on Polygon there. And I think you could also, I saw, maybe you could use 1 inch limit orders. I saw something on YouTube about that earlier today. I haven't checked it out yet, but that was posted back in June. So hopefully it's working now. Maybe you could use 1 inch on Binance Smart Chain with limit orders. That would be really, really nice. Because the prices go all over the place on Polygon and on Binance Smart Chain. So when I get around to it, I'll take a look into it. Unless if you already know, just put a comment down on the comment down below on this video. So the crypto fear index is not that bad. It's been a lot worse. It's 28 now, and we've gone down to these lower levels of 10 many times. So we could go down more. And we'll take a quick look at Bitcoin on the 4 hour chart. We got to get above these exponential ribbons. Usually if it's, above it on the 4 hour chart, it's the beginning of a turnaround. And we're still not above the exponential ribbon. Another thing I found out is when looking at Bitcoin, I usually look at the log scale. But the lines just look kind of weird, So I was playing around and I took it off the log scale and I saw this pattern here where you have these diagonal lines that fit nicely. And we came down across this neckline, which didn't work before, but now it seems to be holding on the neckline if you take it off the log scale. That's the trick. You got to take it off the log scale. So to me, I'm still really kind of bearish. We should be bouncing. Everybody on Twitter and in the crypto world is expecting a bounce. And we'll see. So generally, we want to get above the 4 hour exponential ribbon. Let's take a look at it on the 8 hour chart. because that also is something I look at. You know, we could still peak out above on the 8-hour chart and come down. So, you know, right now, I would like to see Bitcoin break above 52,000 and start heading up for me to even think about being bullish. And even if it does do that, then I'm just going to sit on my funds because, you know, I'm putting the hard work in now, buying these dips. So obviously you see a death cross here, the green line over the red line on the 8-hour chart. And we had that also on the 4-hour chart earlier, which was kind of an indicator that maybe there was going to be a downturn. You know, this giant wick here that went down to like 42,000 on December 4th, that could have been the bottom, but I don't know. Some people are like calling for like $20,000 Bitcoin again. I just don't see that happening. We got a good support for Bitcoin in the $40,000 and $30,000 range, specifically at like the $33,000 range. So yeah, we pull up the VPR. So here's the red, you know, this red line has got a lot of support here at $32,847, and you also have a lot of support here at around 48,000. So, but we're kind of, you know, bouncing around there between 46 and 48,000. Earlier today, we almost hit 49. Seems like everybody's bullish when we hit like, you know, 48,000 and think we're going to go up. And then when as soon as it hits like 46,000, everybody's bearish. I mean, it's just a couple percent differences, but you know, if we break below 46,000 and we start going into these lower ranges on the VR, we might have to go get support down here at like 33,000. So just keep that in mind. But a lot of people on Twitter are calling for these bounces. We seem to be overdue from previous halving cycles. You know, if you look at the fib levels, follow TechDev for a lot of these charts on Twitter. TechDev_52. Make sure you follow the right one, the one with a lot of followers. And yeah, I see a lot of these charts all over the place. So, you know, hopefully we have a bounce. If we have a bounce, then I would think Million Token is going to stop bleeding. You know, if you can get it below $12, you know, we're at $11.40 now or so. Good buys. So we've actually been, you know, below $12 for quite a while. Since December 12th, I suppose, for the last couple of days. But if we wick all the way down, okay, like we had these wicks here in the past, I mean, that brings you all the way down to like, you know, $9. So keep that in mind. So the reason why I bought a lot on Saturday, I think, was because, one, my previous buy was, I think, just below $16. So when the price was at like, you know, $12 or less, that's when I just started dollar cost averaging, because that was a pretty significant discount considering my last buy. Let me just kind of measure that. So I think I bought it somewhere around here, and then the price went down to below 12. So that was a 25% discount from the previous time I bought. And then, so now I think my average buy, oh, the reason why I bought a lot also is because, you know, I got a Christmas bonus and I just YOLO'd it in with Million Token with limit orders. But I wanted to get my limit orders kind of down to, I think I went all the way down to like $10.50 or something like that. I didn't want to like put these big orders at $10 because I didn't think they would fill. Because I've noticed these wicks that come down, I would have limit orders above it that weren't getting filled because they were just too big. So I was like, okay, I'm going to do $10.50. And, you know, it'll probably wick down to $10 or whatever, but, you know, I'm not going to worry about it. I'd rather get all my orders filled and then, you know, hopefully it goes up. But let's say my average price on Saturday was, let's say $11. So, you know, if it goes down another 20% from there, I'm looking at $8.68. So, you know, if I'm kind of tapped out for money right now, but if I had the money, I probably wouldn't even buy until it hits $9 or lower. But that's just me. You know, I got a lot already on the 13th on Monday. So I scooped up like another 1,000 million tokens. So I've got 13,000 right now. I'm holding, and if the price goes up and Bitcoin continues has a good bounce and we break 52,000 and go up, I just hold. That's my plan. I'm not going to think, oh, that's going to Bitcoin's breaks, let's say, 50,000 and all the market is all happy and everything, and then I take my next paycheck and buy a million token or Bitcoin or whatever, and then we have one of these fake rollovers, and then now we're heading down to $40,000 Bitcoin or mid 30s again. Then million token's going to hit like $9 or $5. So I am not buying crypto when the price goes up. I'm buying when it goes down. So that is my plan. And I may not even be able to buy any crypto until next year because I'm basically tapped out. I've got Christmas coming up and property, bills, taxes. I got to do my taxes. I got like 2 weeks left. I still have to do my taxes, man. So let's see what else there is. The pool up here at 29%. That's pretty good. I think I saw it go up as high as 31%. So we may have lost 2%. People maybe just exiting. I know Missile sold a lot of his million token. Last I checked, I think he still had over 3,000 though. So I think he posted on Discord. He had to pay bills and stuff. So some of that he pulled out, and he had 1.2% of the supply, give or take. And maybe that's the main drop right here is he unstaked. And I think last I checked, his 3,000 plus tokens were still unstaked, which leads me to believe he might sell. Because if he's not going to sell, he would stake. But I haven't checked on it in days. But he's not posting too much at Discord, and he hasn't posted anything in like a week on Twitch. So I know Astro's on his way, or he is in Texas now, but he posted on Twitter. He went to the Tesla plant. Because I saw a picture of that. So hopefully Astro and Missile have a good time and they work out something, and hopefully they will stick with the million token project. After all, they have bags of it. I know Astro seems to be more bullish, according to Missile, somewhere in here in the Discord. So I'm not posting too much on Discord right now. I mean, I have this technical Tim where I used to kind of post a bit. But, this is all under Lion Run, and, I'm not sure what Missile's doing. I know he's posting some stuff, but, if he's not going to be streaming or participating a lot, then, I don't know. I'm going to do more posting on my Twitter page. So if you didn't know about my buys on the week on Monday, follow me here on Twitter. If I don't post on that much anymore on the Discord. So yeah, Tim_MM_hodler, where I post, half the stuff's on million token, and then the other half is basically trying to figure out if Bitcoin's going to go up or down with charts. General consensus is, we're due for a bounce, but for me, I'm just buying the dips and I'm hodling, and I'm mentally prepared if we go down to like 33,000 or 30,000 again. Just like I said, many streams ago, we could come back down and retest this green band and then go up. The longer this cycle takes, that means the higher the price of million tokens is going to be before it gives us like a 1 year bearish turnaround. So I'm okay, if price wants to go sideways more. That just means that this red line here will go up higher and higher and higher before we retest it again. So in hindsight, yeah, I wish, everybody wishes they sold the top, but, what are you going to do? You don't know where the top is. So the million token pool is at 20.19%, which is quite good. I think Tech Lead is giving in 1,100 of his own million token into the pool every week. So eventually that pool is going to run out. I think he's down to like 99,000 tokens, and he's doing all sorts of stuff. Like I think he's putting more tokens in the bridges. I think I saw he was putting more on Polygon and Wormhole, which I'm not too sure what that was. But so NFT Daily, you should be definitely giving him a follow. He's been putting out some great videos on Million Token. A lot of numbers, a lot of number crunching. I don't know how he does it, but it looks really good. I think he's basically very bullish on Million Token because the addresses that have Million Token has basically been accumulating during this dip. I know I have. And he's also very bullish on Polygon because, you know, the number of transactions on Polygon is just exploding. So don't take my word for it. Give him a follow, NFT Daily News on YouTube, and listen to his videos, and then follow him on Twitter as well at NFT YouTube. So today, I guess there's a Fed meeting that everybody's waiting on. Has something to do with inflation numbers. You know, the inflation's has been up. I think it was reported at 6.8%, and the Fed was trying to get at 2 or 4%. Of course, you know, this whole transitory thing that they were trying to sell the American public on is just a lot of BS. You know, Bitcoiners, they know, you know, if you continue to print, you know, free money and give it out, the price of goods are going to go up because there's too many dollars chasing too few goods. So it should be interesting to see what the Fed's going to say. And some talk is they might hint at, you know, tightening and, or maybe raise interest rates. But with this whole new variant of the COVID, they can't do too much, I would think. But, you know, everybody's watching this, so the markets are kind of cautious. And as far as I last checked, the stock market and, you know, NASDAQ overall, they're constantly making new highs. So if the stock market's making highs, crypto, you know, even though we had a dip, it's going to recover. I mean, I don't see Bitcoin going down as the stock market goes up, unless we have like a big parabolic move, like we did in December 2017. So we had a dip of right now from the high of about 31%, which is, you know, on par. You have these dips of 40 or 30% all the way to the top. Like it could happen like 6 or 7 times. So, you know, I'm buying the dip as they come, basically. This might be, I mean, if this is the last dip for the parabolic move, you know, we could go up for either, you know, another quarter or 6 months or a year. I don't know. It just depends upon the rate of climb. But this might be the last dip I buy as far as crypto. I haven't been buying Bitcoin since Million Token came out. So So this might be my last chance to buy Million Token cheap. Now, if it goes down lower, you know, I still have a job. I could dollar cost average into lower prices. But I'm pretty sure the price is going to turn around, you know, within a week or by the end of the year. It would be odd to think that it's not going to. But, you know, mentally prepared that prices could go down lower. And if you're holding on and you have a long-term vision, this shouldn't even phase you. So I think that's about it. Let me close out some of these windows. Let's see what's this is the top holders for Million Token. Let's see what TechLead's wallet can tell us. I've seen other wallets, you know, buying a lot and just holding too. So let me see now. I think he pulled out some liquidity here. So that's 965 million token. I think I clicked on that earlier. A wormhole token bridge. I'm not too sure what that's about. The Phantom bridge. He's still building on the bridges. Sushi swap. I thought the fees on Sushi swap were kind of high though. When I checked a long time ago, or maybe it just wasn't the liquidity that was there. So, you know, if you have a lot of money, I pulled this up a couple times, but like if you're buying $10,000 worth of Million Token, you can get like an extra 100 if you just buy it off of Uniswap. So the fees are, you know, if you want to, do it in one buy. So you'd get more for your money if you do it on Uniswap. If you're doing limit orders and you're just buying the dips, you might as well just do it on Polygon or if you could do it on Binance Smart Chain with 1inch, you can try that. But it's real simple with Polygon. Just, get your crypto at crypto.com, and then you can send that right to the Polygon address that you have without paying, enormous bridge fees. In fact, the last time I checked, I moved like $10,000 and it cost me 14 cents, to move that USDC over to Polygon with crypto.com. And I think it actually took an hour though. So if you're moving a lot of money from crypto.com into your Polygon address, it could take up to an hour, just so you know. But I've seen it also go through real fast and within 5 minutes. So, whatever. Just keep that in mind. But if you're gonna buy a lot of meme token with like worth $10,000, then you're gonna if you do that on Polygon, you're not gonna get as many million token, and certainly even less on Binance Smart Chain. So, I would have to sell some of my investments. Really, the only really big investment I have now is really Bitcoin. So if I want to scoop up another 1% of the supply, let's see now, that would be 10,000 tokens. Let's say, I don't think I'm gonna get it for $9. That'd be $90,000, which I could do. Like, I think my big buys I did earlier on were like $40,000 purchase or $80,000 purchases, something like that. I remember buying like 4,000 at one time and then 5,000 another. But I don't think the liquidity is there. Speaking about liquidity, I heard that some people actually pulling their million token, or no, the liquidity out of the liquidity. I don't know if I said that right, but they're pulling their money out of the pools to buy up million token. So if that happens and people continue to sell and the pools aren't there, the price might even go down lower. So something to watch for. I don't really understand the pools that much, but that one YouTuber that talked about the what did he talk about? I think it was the quick swap tokens on Polygon. Really bright kid. He came out with a video recently talking about people taking out USDC from the pools and buying up million token just because it's so cheap. So, and he has 25% of the pool, I think, on Polygon himself. It was like $40,000 or $50,000. I can't remember, but I saw it earlier today. So I'll take a look at chat real quick. See if there's any questions there. I see Repo Bus in the chat and Albert T, Danny Wynn, Crypto Backstage. How you doing, man? Thanks for the nice comments on Twitter too, man. So let's see now. Let's go Big Well Tim. Maybe we'll bounce after the Fed's meeting, which starts in 3 hours. I think so. I mean, I think a lot of the stuff's already priced in the market. So if the news isn't that bad, then it could be good for the markets. If you watched Ivan on Tech, he was saying something similar to that earlier. He hasn't really been posting too much, so I think he's focused more on his crypto classes and stuff. But I missed his early. He used to do early daily streams like at midnight here on the East Coast. I think he broadcasts in Sweden or something like that. So Albert T says maybe it will bounce after he comes back. Win gives me the fingers, and then Danny wins. MM price under $10. Yeah, I mean, I could see it going to 9 if fairly quickly actually, if people get spooked, or let's say the Fed meeting doesn't go well, it could go to 9. I don't really have any money to buy, and I don't want to sell my Bitcoin. I think I have way too many crypto gains and taxes I have to report this year. So if I sell any Bitcoin, it's just going to put me in a higher. Well, I'm already in a high tax bracket, but I don't want to have to pay any more taxes. If I could at least hold off until January 1st to sell any Bitcoin, for me, a tax advantage, tax reporting type thing, I would rather wait until next year to sell Bitcoin to buy cheap million token. But it just depends. If this thing turns around and A million token, I mean, if Bitcoin goes up like 10%, I think because million tokens is a small cap mark, small cap, it should go up a lot higher, generally. But we'll just see. We'll see. Yeah, you know what? I didn't even pull up my altcoin cycle, right? Let me pull that up. As far as I'm concerned, I think the altcoins are still doing pretty good. So this is on the daily chart. We're down below this green line now. Interesting. So, but we can come back down to retest the red line, but we're still way above this yellow box that I had talked about, weeks ago. It was right about here on end of October. I said we were going to break out, right? And look how high we are now for alts. Even though we had a pullback, we're still way high, much higher than we were back all the way here in, end of October. So I'm happy with the alts overall performing well. So that's on the daily. On the weekly, we can come back down and retest the green line here, which is about the same what we saw earlier. And on the monthly chart, we're way up high as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, we're way up here. It almost looks like an ascending triangle. Like we had a wedge here, and as soon as we break out, we could launch, like here we had this horizontal line, and look at that big fat green candle. I mean, if we get something like that here, it's, no more cheap million token. I think no more cheap altcoins in general. So, and then this whole run from, let's see now, March of 2017 to, the beginning of 2018, a whole year, just about, of just bullish altcoin action against Bitcoin. That I think that could happen. I've been saying that since, since I started this channel. I don't see it going down, especially people that are new. They'll see like Bitcoin. I can't afford a $60,000 Bitcoin, but I'll buy, a $60 million token. It's the same thing all over again. And then, let's see. Well, I'm going back to the chat real quick. We're seeing the same prices seen in July before the epic pump. Yeah, but right now the hype's gone. So I don't think we're going to have that giant pump week like we had in July. That was all new, people getting in. Hello, Tim. Just got here. Do you think we're already in the bear market? No, I think the bull market is just having one of these, 30-40% corrections on the way to the top, just like we had in 2017. Let me pull it on the weekly chart. So like, all these, we had a correction here of like 40%, and here a correction of 30%, and here a correction of 20%. I think this is just a correction here, and this is another correction, a smaller correction. So we had a 50% correction from 60,000 to 30,000. So right now we're having a 30% correction. So it might be kind of hard to get to these upper bands here. We had the touch there. You can also look at the logarithmic. Let me pull up another chart and see if I could remember how to find it. Let's see. I have. So another one of my Bitcoin charts. This is on the beam bands and the Bitcoin log growth curves if you want to look at it up on TradingView. So, once we get above this midline, this red line here at 62,000, 63,000, it could be a shot to the top somewhere around 170,000, because once we break that red line, right, it's right to the top. I think Willy Woo has a chart like this that's similar also. But right now we're below it. So, we hit the red line here back in September of 2017, came back down, found support on the white line, right? And then we went up, and we're kind of doing that right now. We did it here earlier. Came down to the second line, which we kind of did here. It's very similar. Interesting. And then we came up, came back down, and up. So, yeah, kind of doing the same thing, except we're testing it twice. We tested it here in the beginning of October, and now we're testing it again. So, yeah, I think I think we're still in a bull trend. If you look at all the top indicators like the CBI info, we're at like 53 now out of 100. And same with the crypto fear and greed index. We're not even close to like, extreme greed. That would be way up here at these peaks. So nothing is showing to me that we had a blow off top. All the glass node indicators and stuff, some people might be selling at a loss right now. I think we had a Nupal reset or something like that on Glassnode. So the people that bought at the tops here, at 67,000, 69,000 or whatever it was, if they're panic selling, they're selling at a loss. And usually when the market starts selling at a loss, that's the best time to buy. Ben is asking me for a price prediction. Quite sad about over 50% down. I guess it just depends when you got in. I mean, if you got in at $1, you're still happy, dollar cost average. But yeah, most people are underwater for Million Token for sure. I don't have a price prediction. It's just I just go with the flow. If I kind of feel like Million Token is getting really close to being really, really undervalued. Like if we go below $10, because usually like people sell when you get a 10x. And then we had that blow off top all the way to $225. So I would think we would come back down to the previous high, which would be like a 10x. So, a 10x from $1 from the base floor would be $10. So anything under $10, I think is like extremely undervalued. So, if Million Token craps out and goes really, really low and Bitcoin kind of goes sideways, then I'll sell some Bitcoin. But I think Million Token is going to be really undervalued. And then when the crypto market turns around, I think Million Token is going to, outperform Bitcoin, especially if it was at these, undervalued prices, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know why all those bot moves I saw on Uniswap is kind of concerning, but I don't care. This is just about dollar cost averaging. If I can get it Million Token at 20% more discount from the previous buy, then I'll buy. When I can get the money, I'm not going into credit card debt or any type of debt to buy any crypto. Let's see what else we got here. Gaming says, "What up, Tim? Price under $1." No, I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't. Now that we're at these low prices, I don't think technically it's gonna remove that $1 floor. It might have been an option if we're like at $100 or higher, but right now I don't think there's a way that he could pull that $1 floor. Especially since we've had some wicks down below $10, I think at one point. So gaming says, even Doge couldn't hold its Elon Musk pump. Oh no worries, I'm holder. Will bounce back. Yeah, I saw Elon posted a tweet about how he might sell some merchandise for Dogecoin. But yeah, whatever. I think I might have misunderstood the fundamentals of Dogecoin. I thought there was at one point there was a huge inflation rate. Maybe somebody can correct me on that, but I know the inflation rate of Bitcoin's at like what 1.5% or something like that, or is it 3% now? The inflation rate of Million Token 0. It's just out there. That's it. No more going to be made. So that's why I aped in. Yeah, but I was buying. I bought 1,000 on roughly 1,000 on Monday, and then when the prices come down really low, like let's say we hit $5, then I could buy twice as much for the same amount of money. So I'll be buying them at the hundreds or thousands at that point. But as the price comes down, more whales are going to be coming in like me, scooping all a million tokens. So I don't think it's going to come close to the $1 floor. I'd be really surprised. Let's see what else we have here. When million moves up, it'll be FOMO mania. Maybe. I'll just be sitting back though. I'm not going to buy any more as the price goes up. I didn't even want to have this much. I said earlier on, I don't even need to buy a lot of million token, because one of the selling points was, it was well distributed amongst the holders. But I see a lot of whales now buying a whole lot more. We have a 4% plus whale, and a 2% whale. Yeah, there's definitely a number of 1% whales and higher. But it's not so bad. We don't have somebody other than Techly that has a lot. I still like the distribution for million token. See, now I'm going to read the last comment. What is this? I've been putting only spare money into crypto, which is a little, but I'm still on the green. That's good. Yeah, the people that are buying now at these crazy dip prices, they're going to be the ones that are going to actually be in the green sooner than the other people that are just holding on. So like if you had bought million token at $50 and you're like, I'm just going to hold. Well, then you have to wait until the price gets above $50 to, break even or make money. But if you're buying on the way down, and when this million token eventually flips and goes bullish, well, you don't have to wait for the price to be $50 to show a profit. So those are the people that are gonna. And then also, once you're in profit, if you want to sell at a profit, you could sell sooner than the ones that aren't buying these dips. Big says, I bought at $37, couldn't bought faster and went to 210. I wish I would have sold it and rebought it now. Yeah, everybody, right? I mean, if I sold the top, well, I would have crashed the price. But if I could have accumulated $1 million, and buy million token now, I would have a bigger piece of the pie for sure. For me, it's not so much how many tokens I have. For me, it's like, what percentage of the supply do I have? Right? If you had gotten into Bitcoin early, like Max Kaiser, he's got a huge percent of the supply of Bitcoin. I'm sure of it. I mean, he gave that radio announcer who lost his donation. He gave 10,000 Bitcoins to that guy, that radio. I forgot his name off the top of my head, but everybody knows who I'm talking about. On a laptop, and then the guy lost a laptop or lost a Bitcoin access to it or something. That was 10,000 Bitcoin. How many Bitcoin do you have to own to just donate 10,000 Bitcoin? At the time, I think one Bitcoin was worth $5. But I mean, like, he's got to have a lot, like more than 100,000 Bitcoin. I mean, to give 10% of your supply as charity, just to give out to his listeners, that's a lot. Giving out 10%. So he probably has hundreds of thousands of Bitcoins. So, if I have 10,000 million token, I wouldn't give out $1,000 to charity. That's just too much for me. Maybe a couple hundred or something. We'll see. So yeah, so the people that are still buying, we have that. We're the idealists, right? We see Tech Lead working on Metaphor.app, and we know it's just the beginning, right? It's just simple right now. But if you can remember how Facebook was when it first came out, or MySpace when that first came out, it was pretty similar. It wasn't what it is today. So hopefully Metaphora will turn into something nice and then more use cases out of the million token. And speaking about Meta-4, I think one of the reasons why we might have a lot of addresses on Polygon now is because you need to have like 10 million token to have a custom name on Meta-4. And if you have a lot of addresses with 10 million token, you can buy up those names, those domain names. So, I have a few already myself that I have. But buy the popular names, whatever you think you could sell for at a higher price, So if you want to buy Tesla, what is it? Metaphor.app/Tesla. You just create an account with 10 million token and then, name it. So I don't know how much that's going on. Probably not a lot, but I picked up some domain names I thought might be popular in the future. So, if somebody wants to buy it from me for like $1 million, it didn't cost me anything, and some people, might even just divide up their wallets. So if you already have 100 million token, you can create 10 wallet addresses with 10 tokens each, and then just create 10 custom names on Metaphora and just save them. And then if some big company says, hey, I want to buy your name, you could just name whatever price you want, whatever they're worth, So that could be one reason why the number of addresses are going up on Polygon. Now, it's so cheap to buy an address on Polygon too, because the gas fees are so low. If you're on Ethereum, you're going to have to stick 50 or $100 of ETH gas per address because of the transactions that you're going to be needing to do. So, that's another reason why there's a lot more addresses on Polygon exploding, is because you could have as many addresses you want and you don't have to worry about, having a lot of gas fees per address. Because, I'm doing limit orders for 2 cents or 3 cents per limit order. 3 cents max is what I saw. But when I place my order, but it's kind of funny because when it goes through, I see like a 9-cent charge or a 10-cent charge or 11-cent charge, but I only paid 3 cents. So haven't figured that one out yet. Eddie says, I know if MM goes below 10, it will jump back because of the liquidity wall, gives confidence at those lower prices. Yeah, I don't know. I just keep buying if the price goes down when I have the money. And that's where I'm at right now. Yeah, this big wick here, I bought right about there. I caught basically the bottom. I don't think I actually stopped the bleeding though. So I've learned, don't fight the market basically. But I did want to put my Christmas bonus and the money I had aside. I wanted to get that in, but not at $10, but like $10.50 and above, and they all got filled on that giant candle right here. That was crazy. Imagine if my limit orders weren't there, how low that would have gone down. They're probably trying to push it below $10. I almost guarantee it would have gone below $10. Because I had like $10,000 here. Yep, that was fun watching that go. I'm surprised it didn't actually get filled on Saturday before. But I thought the weekend was going to be really a dumpy day because the liquidity wouldn't be there normally on the weekends, and then it dumped on Monday for whatever reason. So let's see where we are at. Bitcoin's at 47,000. Looks like we're at 48,795 earlier today. Let's see how it looks on the 4 hour. Yeah, we're still also below this major 21-week moving average. We have to get above that 53,000. We have to get above these lines here. To me, it looks bearish. We got the bear cross. We had the dump. Usually that's the cross comes before the big dump. And by the time we have a golden cross, then we would have already been correcting up. You know, this is still going down. I don't see it going sideways. I mean, it's been going sideways here, but it's basically doing the same thing a million token is doing, right? Sideways down. So when Bitcoin turns around, the rest of the crypto market will turn around. And but the sentiment in crypto is still bullish. I mean, the people that are understand the fundamentals, they are not selling. And I still see more Bitcoins being taken off exchanges. So eventually there's going to be a supply shock. I think the supply shock for a million tokens is going to be massive. Because the whales are buying down here. And if they haven't been, when this thing turns around, they're going to FOMO in hard. Because if they don't, they're going to be paying. I mean, I would rather buy million token at $11 and change than, you know, $15 and change. So if we went up to like $15 now, that would be a 30% gain. I mean, that could happen in a day. I mean, we've seen million token go up 100% in one day. Twice that I could think of. Okay, guys, I think that is it. I just want to get out a video real quick here, let you know what I'm thinking. I still think this is bearish until it isn't. Bitcoin's got to break, let's say, $53,000 right now and go higher for me to think the market's starting to turn around. But we've got some great charts from Tech Dev and others saying that based on past performance, you know, we should be having a turnaround soon. And we'll just see what the Fed says today, right? Okay, guys, I will talk to you later. If you like this stuff, give me a comment down below, like, subscribe, and retweet. And thanks so much. Bye-bye.